What's going on, CrossFit Federal Way? It is Thursday, so that means it's a makeup day. So if you've missed Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and you're in the gym, feel free to make up any of the workouts you missed, especially because I know our class sizes are smaller. Thankfully, coming next week, we're probably going to be able to fit a few more bodies in each class. There'll be details about that coming out as we figure out some of those things with the new standards that start on the 10th for fitness centers according to our state guidelines. And I'm excited about that because even if we can fit a couple more, like 2 more people in every class, that is an extra 100 people that we can fit in a weekday if there was 2 more in every single class. So it should start to get a little bit easier to get in. It won't be perfect, but we're going to do the best we can under those new rules. So yeah, makeup day if you missed something. If not, our active recovery work today, we're going to start off with a 10-minute EMOM. It's going to be 2 reps every minute on the minute of your clean and jerk at 70%. I feel like we've talked a lot about clean and jerk standards in the last few videos, or in the last videos over the last few weeks. So I'm not going to do a deep dive on the clean and jerk and standards there. You guys probably know what you're getting yourself into there for now. If not, go back and check some of our videos and look at the clean and jerk stuff if you want some detailed stuff, if you're working out at home, in your garage. But if you're in class, obviously we're going to warm up and we're going to go over standards and things like that. So then what we were doing when we finished that 10-minute EMOM, we're going to transition over and do some long time domain monostructural work. We are rowing or biking for 350 calories for time. You heard that right, 350, not 35, not 300, not 50, 350. This is gonna be a longer-ish time domain on either the rower or the assault bike. But again, that monostructural stuff, longer time domains. If you look at our workouts so far this week, we really don't have any long time domain stuff. This is where that's really coming into play. That and then our Saturday workout will be a little bit longer as well. So when we're done with that, if we've got time remaining, we're gonna work to accumulate 3 minutes in the L-sit. So what I am gonna talk about in this video is we're gonna talk about the bike and we're gonna talk about the L-sit. And the bike seems like a weird thing to talk about. So, because you think, oh, I just get on it and I go. Well, once I get everything adjusted to the right height on my assault bike, and I will say some athletes find the seat, they feel better with the seat forward. I find 95% of people like that seat all the way back in that last position because it's just more comfortable. But when we look at the adjustment on the assault bike, I want it to be so where when my pedal is at the bottom of that range of motion, there's a soft bend in my knee. I don't want to have it be totally locked out. That way I can be engaged and have my muscles under load the entire time through that full range of motion. And when we're looking at something like, if you want to swing the camera over to the go. All right, so when I'm looking at the screen of my assault bike and I'm getting ready to do something like chip away at calories here, let me reset that for you. If I'm chipping away at calories, you'll notice on the bottom you've got watt, speed, and RPM. Some people will look at those and go, oh, I'm going to try to shoot for a certain number. The biggest number, to me, the most important thing if I'm looking for calories is my wattage. Because the calories here are not calories burned in your body. They're calories of heat generated by the bike. So if my watts are higher, naturally that's going to lead to more calories generated in a short period of time. If I'm looking at something like 350 calories, I can go, oh, this is going to take forever, and just sit there and casually ride. But then it will take forever. Let's see, I think I started right around 30 seconds. My watts right now say 93. I'm only at a half a calorie so far. My watts are still around 100. Sweet, that was 20 seconds to get 1 calorie. If I'm casually on here going 350, this is gonna suck, I don't wanna try hard. Yes, it's gonna take forever. I'll be on the bike for an hour. That's not the goal. I want my watts to be a little bit higher. It should be that it's a little uncomfortable, but it's how much can I get to that uncomfortable place and stay there. And when we're on something like an assault bike, these handles aren't here for shits and giggles. They are here for us to actually be able to actively drive, push, and pull with our arms. So it's important that if I'm trying to be as efficient as possible and I'm doing a big number of calories for time, that I use both my legs and my arms. Now you can alternate as you go when you get tired and drive harder with your legs, or use just your arms with your feet resting on the pegs. and that sort of stuff, that's fine. Trying to give something a little bit of a break while you continue to chip away at it. But what I'm going to shoot for myself is I want my watts to be at least 300. So let's see where that's going to get up to about 300. So I'm at about 3, so that's over 4. And if it's higher than that, great. So I'm at a moderate pace and I'm sitting a little over 300 watts. This is going to help me chip away at calories a lot faster. What I find is you get about 1 calorie for every 4 pumps with your arm. I want to try to stay here as long as I can. And like I said about switching arms and legs, if my legs get tired, I can keep my arms moving and take my legs off the pedals. Still over 300 watts. And then when my arms get tired, I can drive a little harder with my legs and keep my arms off and take those out. Still over 300 watts. So I want you really thinking about, get a little bit uncomfortable. Don't just casually ride or row for your 350 calories. Try to, if it is 4 time, try to be as efficient as possible. So while we take that monostructural work and people go, I don't want to do that. Yeah, no one does. But this type of monostructural stuff, longer time domain conditioning, all that sort of stuff, are oftentimes pieces that people skip because they don't want to say, run a 5K, run a 10K. Oh, it's just running. I really want my deadlift to be heavier. Yeah, well, if we're going for general all-around fitness, we need to be doing these things. So while some people will take a rest day on Thursdays, this work is still vital and important for the overall program. But that's a little bit on the bike, a little more detailed. When we're done with the 350 cals, we're accumulating 3 minutes in an L-sit. So I've got my parallettes out. Now I could do my L-sit on the parallettes, which is much more challenging. I can do it on the rings. I can dead hang from the pull-up bar and still try to maintain that L shape. But if I'm going for an actual L-sit, I'm going to position my parallettes to where my hands can sit just outside my hips. And my goal is going to be to have my legs straight, my toes are pointed, and I'm sitting at 90 degrees and just hanging out here as long as I can, eventually accumulating 3 minutes. So your goal should be try to go as long as you possibly can in that L-sit. Those long-term isometric holds, and something as challenging as putting your legs out in front and having that counterbalance, that weight way out front, and trying to maintain a good position. I mean, if you can go 3 minutes unbroken, you are really, really good at L-sits. No one's probably going to do that, and that's okay. But putting ourselves in these positions allows us, 1, to mentally get stronger, and 2, it just it taxes the core, the midline, and that sort of stuff. So we want to make sure that we're strong here because we use this for everything. Back squat, deadlift, any of the movements that require any sort of midline stabilization. If this isn't strong and this is my weak link, I'm not going to squat as much. I'm not going to pull as much. I'm not going to be able to snatch or clean as much because I can't maintain a solid, strong trunk when I'm getting under that bar in a squat clean. So these types of accessory works are super important. And again, they're not sexy. They're not fun. So people like to skip them. Whenever you see something and go, ooh, I don't know if I want to do that. Probably means you should as an athlete. And you'll be thankful for it when, say, the open rolls around, which more than likely will probably be February. So we've got a little bit longer. On that, all the more reason to be doing this work now so we're better prepared when it comes time to test ourselves. So let's take a quick look back at the board. I know this is a longer video, and yeah, it seems like a lot of information for just a little bit of rowing and biking and some accessory work. And again, that clean and jerk at the top. But that's what we're getting into for Thursday. It's going to be a good time. Again, the intention here is it'll be a hard workout, but we're still going to feel good going into our workout on Friday instead of stacking another high intensity, heavy barbell on top of what we've already done Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week. So Thursday, makeup day, active recovery day with some monostructural stuff. I'm not looking forward to it, but I am going to do it. And I hope you guys are too. So with that, Let's get after it.